Hi, boobers.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Woo. Hi, everybody.
How is everybody doing today?
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Good, but that's all I want to say.
How about this for our cool down? Today is our coolest day, and it is 95, but feels like 100. The rest of the month is going to be like 100 or 104 or 105 or whatever for the rest of the month. So this is our coolest day.
I mean, I'm not that high, but it's too hot for me already.
I heard on the radio this morning that it said that tomorrow it's going to be 30 Celsius, but it will feel 38, which is 106.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just looked that up a little while ago because I was like, I wonder what 100 is like in this like Celsius part. So I was like, oh, so yeah, I kind of knew in the
Yeah. double it and add 30.
What'd you say?
Double it and add 30.
That's exactly what I do. I was just going to say that's my cheat. I double and add 30. That roughly gets you there. So
yep.
So you'll know enough where we're at with it. So
it's always hot in Florida, so I'm just quiet because I'm like,
I know
Florida.
It's always hot in Florida, but she's got a blanket on.
Oh, I always. People always say that to me. They're like, why do you? And I'm like, I always have a blanket on. Always.
Well, I have all the girls that come to the office where we have really good air conditioning going, and they've always got on their little sundress, and they're like, oh my God, it's freezing in here. I'm like, wear clothes. You know? Like, come on.
I am wearing clothes, just so you know.
You know what I mean? It's like, air conditioned. Why are you going to wear the summer dress you would wear out? Like, that's not the weather
or wear a jacket because you know it's going to be cold inside, like a jacket.
Well, then they all bring these ugly old blankets, and they like wrap themselves in a blanket, and I'm like, your cute outfit now looks like you're homeless. So stop. No,
I would much rather like put a blazer or something, like a little dress. You know,
I keep a cardigan on the back of my desk chair.
Yep.
And fingerless mitts in my drawer because my hands get cold while I'm typing.
There you go. That's my sister. She said if her fingers get cold, she's done.
Yep.
Whatever she's doing, she's like, I'm done.
Yep.
See, that's my problem in the wintertime, like because it's so cold. If my hands get cold, I can't do anything. It's like I can't type because I'm too cold. I can't read. and I get frustrated and.
I'm gonna have to knit Storm a pair of fingerless mitts and send them to her. So
there you go.
Yes.
There you go. I'm gonna start jumping here and say hi to everybody. We got Anita. Greetings tonight. I want to finish Killer Kung Pao by Vivian Chen. Excellent. And Nancy, hello everyone, listening to Maids of Misfortune, a historical mystery, and also Wedding Cake Murder.
Ooh, nice.
Susan says hi everyone.
Murder? What's
I think it's the Joanne Fluke one.
Oh, okay. I really wasn't trying. I really was asking.
No. I remember her saying she was on number 19. In
okay.
So that's why I figured it's probably that.
It kind of sounds like a bunch of other series too. I kind of thought maybe it was the actual the catering series by Isis Crawford. So that's the only one I was asking. Anyways, go ahead.
That's all right. Susan said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Murder, She Wrote book, Killer on the Court by Terry Farley Morin. It's number 55 in the series.
Wow. Pretty much caught up or whatever there.
I have read a few by Donald Bain, who did most of them, you know, and then Terry Farley, or whatever her last name is, took over fairly recently. And I tried one and I didn't like it. Doesn't mean I won't like them all, but I just didn't like it as much. It was a real bummer.
Yeah, and I said, hi, everyone. I'm going to be reading Forgiving. I need to get over the halfway mark tonight.
Nice. You will do it. I know.
And Amy said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries by Tanya Kappas. Currently, I just started it. Excellent.
Oh, I hope you really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Megan says, hi, all. Reading A Murder for the Books, Blue Ridge Library Mystery No. 1 by Victoria Gilbert.
Nice.
Hello, Jessica Lynn. I'll be continuing with A Pint of No Return and Fake It Till You Bake It, a romance.
Oh my gosh, nice. I love the Fake It If You Bake It. That's hilarious.
That could be a romance or a cozy mystery based on the
title. Could be, right?
Right. I just want to say right now, so remember I got California Girls by Susan Mallory that I got in the Harlequin. As I was going through my books and putting other stuff away, I realized I also bought that with the Barnes & Noble gift card that I have. So now I have two. And a lady in my neighborhood just put up a free little library, and don't you know that she had California Girls in there too? I'm like,
The universe is telling you to
I
read
was
it.
about to say, I
Right?
think it's a sign.
Good sign, yeah.
I'm like, oh, man. And she
That's
had the
hilarious.
hardcover. I had a floppy paperback and then the trade paperback. I'm like, I have like all the forms of it too. So
Right? Yeah.
gonna be a giveaway going soon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cajun reading Thanksgiving Pizza Murder. Pop-up is selling mystery number pizzeria number 19.
Wow.
So fun.
Cozy's
Sounds
here.
fun.
Hello, listening to KU book on A as I wrote a grocery list.
Wait, what?
It's the new
on
per-
Alice.
it's the opposite of Siri. I got to make sure she doesn't go off now.
Yeah. Mine's in the other room. We asked it for dinner suggestions and it was not helpful.
Gotcha.
They never are. They never are. So I also, well, I'll talk about it later, but I have to, for August, I have to come up with a book featuring AI. I'm like, I hate all the AI that I have going in my life.
Do you want a romance?
I want something short. I don't want to
do
do
that.
this.
Let me look it up. We'll talk about it in just a second.
Okay. Oh, there's going to be more than that. I'm going to need everybody's suggestions tonight
That's all right.
because my anything I want August just went out the window, and it's magical readathon for me.
I did see that she said you didn't have to like participate in the one in April to like do the one.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I don't know.
The
Well,
AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole.
Hold on here.
I think I've read something by Alyssa Cole.
It's an Audible exclusive. I'm sorry,
That's fine.
but it's only 5 hours on audio.
She's got Audible, so I think
I
she
do. And I have 1 credit left, so
Hey, there you go.
There you go. Enjoy.
perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the thing is this one, it's like
Hold on. one
whatever
second.
whatever she did, like she decided to be in April, it's pretty much double the amount of books that you have to read in August. So some people went crazy and like they wanted to be this, and that. And somebody in my group, because we're the archivist or whatever, is like, I think I've got to read like 26 books. And I'm like, probably because you're one of those dummies that like, has 2 different
Yeah, they're like, I can't make up my mind who I want to be, so I'm going to make 4 characters, and they're going to have 2 different. And it's like,
This
no,
is just too complicated.
yeah, one
I
is
know,
too
and it's like, I had fun making my character too and doing all this and stuff, but I just got my one little character, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pick one little job that he's gonna do. And
Listening to you all, not having a clue, is complicated.
Same, Tiffany. Same.
I watch some videos because, I try to watch people who I watch. Like I go in a row and I literally, if I haven't watched you in a while, I go bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang. And I'm trying to, and I normally just watch the newest video, and so I've seen, and I'm like, I have no clue what these people are talking about. I'm so confused.
And it's like, I mean, some of the people go like so out, and like when you watch their videos, they've got like this character, or they're like they have made themselves their
this
character.
is like a lifestyle.
And that's why I said for a fantasy reader, I mean, they go like super all out.
Oh yeah.
For
they go
me,
hard.
I'm like, I think it would be neat to have my little character do this, and look at all the books I have to read.
Yeah, my character was like, let's do nothing. Let's sit in a library. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
not
going on adventures. Yeah, no.
My character's stuck in a tower. They don't move. Is that okay?
My character got lost on the way to school.
Exactly. Mine never made it. That's okay. We're done.
That's what happened to mine. He got lost while he was in school because he never finished his class.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, she does too say, like, don't make it so complicated for yourself if it's too much, and just don't do it. But,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, hey, Cheryl, everyone. Hello, everyone. Listening to Hope Was Here, reading Chained by Eileen Brady. I feel like I got confused in there. I'm sorry.
I think it was 2 different books, maybe? I was confused.
Listening to Hope Was Here, reading Chained by Eileen Brady. Okay.
Gotcha.
Got it. Okay.
And then Lauren, I'm listening to Murder in Irish Village at 105 of 126. You're finishing that.
Ooh, you are close.
Yep. Hey, Karen. Hey, everyone. I'm reading Latte Trouble by Cleo Coyle, number 3, and Brothers in Arms by Lewis. We're reading Brothers in Arms.
Hey, Karen, soon you'll be passing Melmac in the Cleo Coyle series. Good for you. I'm all ready.
Yes, Cajun, we appreciate the cozy. We appreciate the A.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Nadine said, hey, everyone, during these sprints, I will be, fingers crossed, finishing A Duke for Diana by Sabrina Jeffries.
Are you enjoying it?
I need to get to that one. It's one of my arcs that I
Same.
Book Fan Hello started Murder of Peacocks by Donna Andrews.
Ooh, nice.
We want to know if you enjoy. If you think it's too much, keep reading because the first one's very busy, but the series gets much better. Okay, I'm done.
I have Melissa here. Hi, everyone. Just hanging out in the car on our cross-country road trip, listening to Assassin's Apprentice with the hubby. Very nice. I have that on my list. I just haven't started it yet. Anita, it's a steam room here. I think everywhere. Danielle, hi, everyone.
Yeah, you like the United States, and it's like almost all like orange. it's everywhere. It's crazy.
Can we go into a global cooling? Like, I would be much happier with that. Cajun, it's mind-boggling that it's hot in Canada, at least to me. I didn't know it got that hot there.
Yeah.
It shows you how much, we should be going into a global cooling.
That's right.
Hey, Annie. I'm reading The Fool on the Hill in a Convertible by Donna and Miss David, a surf shop mystery.
A surf shop mystery. Interesting.
That's an interesting name. Feeling well, Tiffany. Hi, Debbie. I'm reading Watermelon by Marion Keyes. It does meet 3 prompts for the retro romance bingo board.
Awesome.
Interesting name for a romance.
Right? Still reading Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, enjoying.
Colin story.
I just can't enjoy being cold with AC because all I hear are the dollar signs being thrown away. Yeah. I want it to be cold enough where I need to put a blanket on or something like that.
Or, your slippers or something, right?
Exactly. Not sweating.
No.
Mel says, hi, Lee. Hey, Tiffany. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. Minutes ago, I finished A Crime of Poison by Nancy Haddock.
Yay.
Number 3 in the Silver Six Crafting, 4 stars.
Oh,
great job.
Nice. I need to read the book too.
And Jenny says, hello, everyone. Debating what I want to start reading. Just finished Just One Look by Joanne Ross. It was super cute.
Nice.
And he said, I'm in Florida. I usually wear a fluffy bathrobe. It has to be control humidity, but gets cold. Or, oh my God, always say the same thing when someone comes in wearing clothes and complains. Yeah, I'm just nothing I can do to help you. I can't take more than this off, so that's it. Yes, cozy, a higher AC bill. Yeah. That is the good thing about living in this very small apartment, that when I complain my electricity's high at $134, and my friends are like, mine's $400 a month. And I'm like, well, enjoy your big house because
right,
you don't have that problem.
Yeah. Ours is about 300.
Yeah, that's,
wow.
I'm just I can't. I've gotten spoiled in my little tiny box here. I've gotten very spoiled with the bills. So Tina said, hello, y'all. I'm reading Live and Let Chai by Brie Baker and reorganizing my room. Very nice. Productive, too.
Hey, Cap.
Cav said, hi, everyone. I'm on a cozy mystery blitz, reading 4 over the weekend, and now I'm buying my pile and trying to figure out what next to read. Well, if you need a recommendation, Tiffany will be happy to give you one.
Right, exactly.
Thank you. I would be. Makes me so happy, Cav.
Mel said, during the first sprint, I'm going to work on my discussion thoughts of A Crime of Poison for the Buddy Read Discord.
Nice.
Nancy said, our AC in Florida is pretty much reasonable so far, but then it's on much of the year. Okay. Taylin said, hi, all. Hello. And Lena said, I'm reading An Angel to Die For. I'm not even pronouncing last names anymore. Bless you. Nancy said, Donald Bain, I suppose to be better on Murder, She Wrote, I've read, is supposed to be better.
Mm.
Like I said, I've liked all of his. and then I didn't like. But it could have just been the first book. I only read one that was by the one that took over. So I probably should read her again.
You know, give it a chance.
Yeah.
I hope so. I was super dizzy and nauseated last night. I've been in and out of it today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've had a migraine for 3 days now, so somebody wearing a strong perfume at work didn't help either. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Taylor said, I'm reading the Spy Switch by Karen Whidden. It's my first Harlequin romance suspense. I finally bought one after watching one of Sarah's videos.
Yay!
That's another one of my ERs.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You're right. I did, Cozy. I did twist my own arm. Because I had already made out my TBR. I had already filmed a video, and I was almost done editing it. And I was like,
I just forgot, like, because she
Yeah.
does the A months. She does April and August, and I just totally forgot
Me
that, you
too.
know, hey, it's August, and she's gonna come around with that again.
I was like, are you kidding me? But I'm gonna college my way through it and find an easy way to hit all my books. So I'm gonna be planning that. I know it's 19, so do you guys want to say right now what you're going to be reading and or doing? I know Tiffany's not reading.
Can I answer Annie?
Sprint. You certainly can answer Annie, of course.
No, it's
No.
not.
No, it is not gory at all.
No.
Tiffany, you're going to be busy researching recipes.
Mhm.
Storm, what are you going to be doing? Reading.
I'm going to start with listening to The Duke and I,
Nice.
Ooh.
Bridgerton.
and then I'll probably work on these maybe later.
Okay. What about you, Sarah?
For Sprint, I've got to edit my video that's going up tomorrow, and then I have an audiobook, and I started this because what's another book while you're already reading 3? The
There you
Willful Lady by Eva Rutland. It's so good so far. I love it. So
Nice.
I got that.
And I'm going to be trying to get together my TBR over here for August now. So, and when I'm reading, I'm still reading 311 Pelican Court. So I'm determined to get that done tonight.
There
as
you
well.
go.
So I'm gonna start. You guys want to read till the top of the hour?
Sounds good.
Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Hey everyone, welcome back. How'd you guys do on your sprint? I'm more stressed than ever before.
Oh, Lee, I'm sorry.
Just a spoiler alert, because I know that you watch Becky at Acre Homestead, Tiffany. She's pregnant.
No, I do. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I watched her little pregnancy video too.
Oh, sweet.
How many books are you going to have to read?
I have to read 8 for my classes, but there's 9 quests, and of course I want the quest points, and you know, my guild is the leader and I want to help keep them that way. But some of the options are things I can't stand, like let's just say a book with a movie adaptation. Well, in today's world, that's going to mean something historical fiction. I don't like historical fiction. One of the other books is read a historical fiction. I don't like historical fiction.
Have you ever read Percy Jackson?
I've read all of Percy Jackson.
I was going to say that
You
was
know-
a movie adaptation.
So anything I want to read that would be of any interest of any of these, I've already read them.
Is it only a movie adaptation or TV too?
It says movie.
But I'm sure they'd let you do TV.
I'm sure she would.
Well, I was wondering because there's a cozy mystery TV series about the Australian. Her last name is Fisher. It's also a TV show now.
Oh, it's the Miss Fisher mysteries. Yeah,
Miss
Franny
Fisher.
Fisher.
She's got a different name. It's something Fisher, but it's not. The first name's different, I think.
Well, there's the modern Miss Fishers, but that's not the one. That's like her niece or something. But Franny Fisher is the Australian one. There's 3 seasons. I've watched them over and over and over again.
What are they on?
I know I can get it on Acorn TV, but you might be able to get it on some other things. I don't know.
I'd have to look on that one. Then another one is a book that features the undead. So I don't want to read any more vampire books. I've read all the vampire books. I'm not reading a zombie book.
I was going to say, well, there's zombies, but yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany, this one would be totally up your alley. Wear an outfit inspired by a book cover on social media. There's nothing,
That's so fun!
there's nothing about me that says that that's going to happen. So
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I would totally not be doing that one either.
No.
So wait, so what is it again? What's it actually say?
you have to wear an outfit inspired by a book cover and put it on social media.
You could do something really easy though, like an outfit inspired by a book cover, right?
Yes.
And then she'd have to put it on social media. Like, where would you put it? You don't do Instagram or anything like that, do you?
So, you could put up Mary Poppins and hold up an umbrella. I mean,
You're like, yeah.
That's true. I could do that one. That makes sense.
I'm just saying, like something easy like that. You could do Mr. Popper's penguins and just put a top hat on.
See,
Do you have a stuffed penguin?
who's good at this one?
Ooh, the Twilight cover. Just hold an apple.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough.
Have Marcus in there, like getting ready to bite his neck.
Just a tie.
He's like
that.
as you're biting the apple, and he's like this.
You'd have too much fun doing that one. And then the other one is a morally gray character. And did I get the other one? Oh yeah, morally gray character. And the problem is when you Google that on Goodreads, everything is YA, and I don't want to read any of that because I'm trying to make these short books, and B, I'm not interested in it.
Most males like read a Motorcycle Club romance. I guarantee the male character isn't morally gray.
Well, and then of course, because I have to be difficult about this, I'm trying to also make it fit into my goals for the year, my SAS list. So I see Talon. I think Talon was in here before. I know that you read Inheritance Games. Is there a morally gray character in there? Because I think that there might be.
I was thinking, I was like, I don't know, the Gaslight series by Victoria Thompson, you could kind of consider the police in that morally gray.
There you go.
And, Frankie's like, because back then you had to pay them to
Pay
actually
everybody off.
Yeah,
But Gaslight also
investigate.
sounds like historical fiction.
It is
Yeah, it
historical.
is.
Yeah, that's.
But you might like
See,
it.
this is my thing. This is like when I first saw this, all I thought was this readathon is geared towards a YA audience, and that's not being mean.
It is.
No,
That's
a lot
what I
of it
feel
is.
like.
A
Mhm.
lot of a couple of the things you have to do on here is like a buddy read or this and that, and everybody in my guild is like, oh, you want to read Lee Bardugo, you want to read this, you want to, and it's all like just like the YA, whatever that Siege and whatever, all the Six of Crows
and all that. Yeah.
exactly, and I'm like, I don't want to read any of this, so no, the answer is no.
Do you have any interest at all in reading the Neon Gods?
No.
No. Okay. Because I was gonna say because Hades would definitely be morally
Yeah,
gray.
morally gray. I'm thinking Inheritance Games might have somebody morally gray in it. So
I was thinking like because I know like the vampire. You said you don't want to read any vampires, but I know that like Reborn Yesterday by I don't know is it
Tessa Bailey.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really like that one, and he's a vampire. So
my thing isn't that I don't want to read of it. Like I mean, obviously there was quite a few on there that I've already read. It's just I don't want to read a big book. You know,
and I don't think it's real big. Whenever the person showed me it, I don't know how many pages it is, but I just know Heather from Bookables, like that was like her like favorite book of like whenever it first came out. Like she absolutely loved that book.
I'm trying to like think of something.
Read anything by Colleen Hoover. All those characters are morally crappy and gray. So yeah,
I do have Colleen Hoover. I need to get to too.
You
I
know,
can't stand her as
and
an author. So
morally gray is completely subjective.
Yes.
100%.
I mean,
the Cat in the Hat could be morally gray if you really wanted to strike it.
True.
I was gonna say the Reborn Yesterday is 382 pages, so I don't know if that's kind of big.
Yeah, I'm trying to like be cheesy and find like the smallest ones on
But
here.
I was like, if you could find it on audiobook, it would be easy.
Oh well, I'm trying to find everything on audiobook.
Anna said she'd buddy read a Colleen Hoover book with you.
Well, I have the buddy read kind of covered, but I would read a Colleen. I have reminders of him is what I need to finish or start for that one.
I started that one. I wanted to get into it, but I just.
She's definitely one that I don't think.
Yeah,
is
people don't like that.
I know everybody loved Verity.
I read that one, yeah.
Yeah, even my friend Barb read that one. She's like, "Why am I reading this? Why the whole time? She's like, why am I reading this?"
I asked that for a different reason, though.
But the whole time she's like, I don't even like most of the characters. She didn't like this. She didn't like it. Why am I reading it? Why do I keep reading this? She read it and she finished it. I think she gave it maybe 3 stars or somewhere 2.5, 3 stars. She's like, I had to finish it. She didn't really care for it much.
There's other ones. I'm going to go through some comments first because on one of them I have to like find someone else's TBR and pick a book from theirs, and that's going to be Sarah, whatever Sweet Valley Twins BSC book she's reading, and that's going to jump right onto my TBR. So
there you go.
As simple as possible.
So in other words, Sarah, make sure you put one of those on there.
She has one of those every month, so I'm good.
I do. I have one of each,
so
you're good.
One of them.
But just in case you decided to skip 1 month, just make sure.
No. You know what's so funny? In August, I debated on like not doing my throwback books because I'm like, I just want it to be ARC books in August, but that's not going to happen. So
there you go.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make
mine's not going to be that way either. Yeah,
that's it. I'm still trying to make my scavenger hunt picks work and the thriller that I want to read, and I do the year-long Gilmore Girls. So I'm like, I got to make all these work.
Well, there you go. Morally gray character. The guy that kills somebody. That's morally gray.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
She needs a morally gray character.
So
I said in a cozy. I said the person.
The murderer in any cozy
is morally gray.
Oh, I thought you meant I thought you said in Gilmore Girls. I was like, huh? I'm like, I've seen that show 1,000 times.
Did I say Gilmore Girls? I meant Golden Girls.
What about that one we were talking about the other day? The one that the main female lead is a murderer in the cozy.
Oh, the Misha Pop.
What is it called?
Well, the author's name is
Magical Pies and
Deadly Guys.
Something lies.
Magical
Pies.
Cozy,
and she's a murderer.
Yeah, I'll put that one on here as something to look at. Magical Pies.
It's the cutest cover. That's because we got the whole discussion about cute covers.
Yeah. I still haven't finished the video to see. I don't know. I might look at the prompts and things. I don't know. But
I'm stepping away very slowly or very quickly.
It depends what your character is going to do. Some people got easy books. Some books it was pick whatever you want, read a childhood favorite, and something else. Like they got away with super easy ones.
Yeah, that's why whenever I made my person, I like looked at kind of how things were going to go for like in August to see how many books was I going to have to get through if I picked this as my like job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm confident with some of these that I picked, I can get them done.
And I think mine was supposed to be a mage finder, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, you're a mage finder.
Excuse me.
All right, we'll get back to the sprints right now.
The book that I didn't finish for that, which is why I said I failed because I didn't finish it. I needed something with some kind of light source on the cover, and I was reading Gone Dark, and I never finished it because I just couldn't get through it. I
bet you could go back through your books and find something that had a light.
Probably.
A sunrise, a sunset. Somebody had a gas light. Maybe there was a lamp in the background.
Well, I mean, I could probably even like consider some of the books that I've read, like for this, like the Debbie Maycomer. It's got like a sunset or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're good. There's some girl, she has to read an orange book. The book she showed was completely red. There was no orange. She's like, well, I'm picking it anyway. I'm like, well, all right, you do you.
Well, it's like orange is a really hard cover, I would think, to like. So
I did get red. I got red, and I had to read an orange one, but I have both, so I'm good. So anyway, Sarah, have you tried the Coffee House series by Cleo Coyle?
Nope. I do not need another series. I don't think I own any of them.
That's
so
a long one too. That's
at any point, yeah.
Nita gave 4 stars for Duke of Diana.
Nice.
Excellent.
Crazy.
I like Sabrina Jeffrey, so I have high hopes.
Hey, Gracie.
It's early afternoon since I go in and work for someone tomorrow, ready to relax in the AC and read. Very nice. Blake Hart's books. Hi, all. I'm excited to finally make it live. I'm reading Book Bayou Thief by Ellen Byron. Very nice.
Nice.
I like Shel Silverstein poem where he keeps taking off his clothes and it's still hot. It's finally a skeleton and it's still hot. Yeah, I feel like that's all of us right now. After Duke for Diana, took a little for me to get into, but I'm liking it. I have about 10% left. I'm thinking it will be a 4-star rating unless the author did something crazy for the ending.
Fair enough.
Those endings can make or break anything.
Feel better.
Yeah, I drank one of these today. Now I'm drinking a second one, especially because Tiffany motivated me to get on the water instead of the tea. And I think that's something else. I was not drinking caffeine for like 2 years. And then I slowly put the teas back in. And then I was drinking coffee. And I'm like, no, I need to back off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need that. Nicole says, hi, everyone. She is reading Counting Down with You.
Nice.
And reading equals happiness. I'm reading The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. If you have an iPad or an iPhone and want to listen to any book on your Kindle, just go to the accessibilities, then spoken content, then speak selection. Well, that could be another way to read. Have somebody read to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do my audiobooks when I can't do audiobook subscription. Happy reading.
Nice.
Nancy did 34% of Wedding Cake Murder, Chapter 4, Maids of Misfortune. Nice.
And I remember.
75%. She's going to the grocery store. 95%.
Ooh.
Wow, great job.
You're about to be done. I didn't read. I watched G's video, and now I'm trying to figure out my August TBR now as well. I think I saw down below you said we're in the same guild, so good luck. But see, being in the same guild doesn't mean we've picked the same job either, so that's a whole separate thing too. 8%. I'm super excited.
You and me, Tiff.
Listen to it. Yeah, I know it's a lot. I don't even know how I got myself wrapped up in this one. So
I'm I feel like my husband's talking about World of Warcraft at this point.
Yes! Wow, my husband played WoW. Oh my god. That's so funny.
Well, she's very into Dungeons and Dragons, and she likes to do all that stuff. So it makes sense. She's into the world building.
Right, but I'm like, all this work she puts into this is like, why don't you write a book?
She's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, she's like, I can't write a book. I'm like, are you serious? Because you pretty much wrote a book.
Yeah.
If you ever like read like even like the backstory of like the place and all that stuff that she has, I mean, it's like write a book. She would make it. She'd be really good at it.
She would do really good. One of the things that she is doing for this one is she's doing like one of those like ambiance rooms, like almost like an ASMR one.
Oh,
yeah.
And she's doing one right now at the library. So that one should be coming out like the first week of August. And she's like, I'm so nervous. It's not going to be good. It's like, it's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've noticed that the Aurelium Discord is a hopping, man. It's like every time you turn around, it's
I bet.
there's a bunch
Constantly.
Lauren, you're close.
Very close.
Nice. Good job.
of people. How are you liking it? I would
Anna.
like to know how you're liking Forgiving.
At page 29, I'm reading 3 book box sets, only 3% so far.
Oh wow.
Really, we need to stay in the lead.
It's
That's why I am pushing for this. I can't be competitive in other things, but in this one,
I guess I didn't even know who was in the lead or any of that kind of stuff.
my team won by so much. It was so much. Like honestly, the people like for these quests, you get 10 points. I have people in my group that have like 390 points. I'm like, how do you have like they were?
I let my team down because I didn't do very good probably.
No, the people that let their team down are the people with 12 characters that didn't even read for one.
Yeah, that too. But
How many books do you have to read? 0. Just pretend you never watched the video. Oh, I wish.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know. It's an option. If I can make this as small as I want to, I'm going to do this and then just go on to whatever I want to do. We'll see.
There you go.
This is a have to. This is a get my extra points. So this is just overachieving right now. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. Get a few points for your team. Let the other people do the job. Do the work.
They're doing it, or like
I was gonna say, yeah. Evidently, I mean, if they're that far ahead or whatever,
and they don't just read. Like I'm trying to find these short books just to check a book off. They're reading like 1,200 page books, 13 of them, and I'm like, no.
Well, it's like the one in my guild or whatever. She's like, I think I'm gonna have to read like 26 books, and I'm like, oh, I hope they're little.
Like
no,
they're
good.
not.
Not being mean, how many of these people are in high school and are currently off on summer vacay? Well, meanwhile, the rest of us are working.
Exactly. I agree.
Unless you're getting extra points for pages, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I don't think like she does announce how many pages were read, but I'm like, listen, I'm just checking the book off. That's all I need to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Amy said, I'm reading the Percy Jackson series, and so far I like them. Yeah, I read the Percy Jackson series, the 3 spin-off series, because there was like the Greek gods, the Roman gods, Norse gods, Egyptian gods, and I forget, like he's working on another one now.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to get to like the next one, which is the Heroes of Olympus.
Mhm.
I think. I
Yeah,
need to
that's
get
the
to
second one. I didn't get a chance to write up my discussion notes for the buddy read like I wanted to, so I will do that during the next sprint. Well, what were you doing during this sprint now?
Yeah.
Just curious.
We want accountability.
Want bullet points
Right? Show it to us.
written.
Do I read graphic novels? I don't. I know it's one of the items on the list, so I'm going to take Storm's point here, and I've already downloaded one of the Babysitters Club graphic novels.
There you go.
That's how I'm checking that one off the list. So,
I was going to suggest that or Giant Days.
what is is that another graphic?
Giant Days is an amazing graphic novel series. It's about 3 friends in university in the UK.
Oh,
They're really fun. My 12-year-old niece loves them. I love them. They're so good.
Oh.
that's
Can
weird.
you
I was like, what
can
am I
you
gonna do?
double up on anything, or does it have to be? You can't.
Somebody in the thing said no, that it's just one for each one now.
Can you read more than one babysitter
two.
graphic novel?
To double up. Well, I'm going to read a graphic novel, and then for a childhood favorite, I'm reading a Babysitter's Club.
Well, I was just saying because isn't it a TV adaptation?
It is a TV adaptation.
Thank you, Storm. Thank you.
You're
Very
Sweet
much.
Valley High is also a TV adaptation.
Thank you
Nancy
very
Drew
much.
is also a TV adaptation.
Which one?
Not a very,
What was the last one you just said?
Nancy Drew
That's right. That was.
on the CW, because everything is on the CW.
Yes.
That's why I asked what channel it was on, because I'm like, is this what's this?
You could read an Archie graphic novel because
Yeah,
that
Riverdale.
was and they're also really dark.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They are very morally gray.
I was about to say, if they're dark, they're probably more.
I read
gray.
one and I'm like,
Exactly.
this is not Archie Andrews. This is not
Yeah,
what I read.
I've watched like three seasons. That's very morally gray character. There you go, right there.
Yeah, that's a TV adaptation. That's a graphic novel. Yeah, that works
Mhm.
out. Morally gray.
She's gonna all of her books are just gonna be graphic novels.
That's
You're
what.
like, I win.
No, that's what one girl on my thing did. She goes, I already have my 33 graphic novels planned out. Like she's ready
Oh
to
my
go.
Lord.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Heartstoppers. Yeah, I've heard so much about Heartstoppers too. I'm trying to make them short and get through them really quickly. This
Well, that's the one thing about graphic novels. Even if they're like about like this big, they're like really quick to read.
Well, and the funny thing is, I need to proofread Mark's graphic novel for next month.
Oh.
Well, actually for this month, and I'm like, yeah, but she says for it to count, it has to have the
On Goodreads.
IMD or the
not IMDb because I was UPC
yeah.
ISBN.
The ISBN number.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that yet, so
Hannah's got a point. You could just put your picture on Discord.
I can. You're correct. Yeah, I mean, I could put it on. I have Discord. I mean, I have Instagram, but there's like nothing on there because.
This would be her one thing, and it would go viral.
Right. Right. No, there's like I have pictures from like 2019 vacation on there, and then like a conversation I had between like me and two friends. So that's all I have there. Like my one coworker, she puts up everything she does on social media, like everything. Here's the cake. Here's us eating the cake. Here's the plate after the cake's done. It's like
I don't have that kind of time.
I don't care that much about. You know what I mean?
That too.
Yeah. I'm like, who cares?
I always go, Dadgum, I already ate half of it and I forgot to take a picture.
Exactly. Or you could be like, those people you see where they bring their own lamp to the store and they're standing on their chair taking a photo of like their cupcake.
Oh my God.
New York is a strange place, so that's it.
Cav, I am reading that right now. I actually did read during the sprint because I realized I could watch some YouTube videos on AIP and put it on mute and just watch it because I'm just watching like the grocery haul and the what I eat in a day to kind of get some ideas. Mm-hmm. And so I did read and it was buried in a good book and I'm at 86% and I'm loving it. So I hope you really enjoy it, Cav.
Fantastic.
It's a lot of fun.
Very nice. No, but I picked my next book, The Wallflower by Lorraine Bartlett. I wasn't going to read it next, but it's my scavenger hunt pick, and I decided it's better to not cut it close.
There you go.
Yeah, because Saturday you'll be here before you know it.
And I still have to read mine.
Nadine, are you sure?
Finished the book now, just no recommendations needed. Sorry, Tiffany. Aw.
Are you sure?
Tiffany, have you got to the killer reveal yet?
No. It should be coming anytime.
I can't wait.
It should be coming anytime because, I mean, yeah, gotta be.
I don't know where Joe is from now. I feel like
Joe
I've babbled.
Oh, You by Carolyn
Kepnes?
Yeah.
Like the TV show You?
Yeah, but it's up
and a book.
Based on
book.
But I think it's in isn't it in second person? Like you.
Yeah, it's
and
supposed to be like.
I can't do that.
I got no interest.
But it's very popular.
I wrote it down. We'll see. Since 10%.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could download a sample or something and see if you wouldn't mind reading it.
True. That's true. Can you buddy read with someone who isn't in the group? It just says do a buddy read.
So that answers that question.
Yeah. Chapter. Oh, she's talking. Sorry. Megan, what about that cozy mystery book where the main character is the killer of the pie shop one? That would be morally gray. Yep.
For sure, Megan.
Yes, Jessica, we're going to need to talk on the side, and we're going to come up with something. Aaron, that's 26 pages. Buddy, read Colleen Hoover. Okay, so if you want to do reminders of him, I'll do that one. Because that's the only one left I have to read, so I don't have any other choice, really. Oh, she has.
You've read like all her other books. She has the only one you have left.
Yeah, I read like a couple of them, and then I just like got super into her and like binged everything at that time, and then I just like read the next one that comes out. Has anyone read any books by Jodie Thompson, and did you like them? I'm interested in her Honey Creek series.
Yes.
I have. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say hers you have to read in order. I don't usually say that about contemporary, but the reason is because she usually has more than one storyline per book, and one storyline will like go over to the next book, so you really do have to read them in order. That's my only thing for Jodie Thomas.
Bev's here. Hi, everyone. That's not the title, but the author is Misha Pop. Okay. Jessica has 8 books I need to do. Buried in a Good Book will probably be on my 2023 TBR, since a few here have read and liked it a lot.
Nice.
Really enjoying it.
Thank you. I wrote that one down.
Magic Lies Deadly Lies. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I think I actually wrote Magical Lies. I wrote Magical Lies. If you read graphics for a ghost, you can read Delicates or Ghost Club. Might check those out.
Nice.
Ghost Club.
My FOMO is kicking in.
Oh my.
Don't let it. Don't let it, Storm.
No.
Don't let it.
It's funny because I'm like the exact opposite. I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I'm not
I
participating.
mean, I would get it too, but not for this. This is just too much thought process for me.
And normally I'm not. Normally I have JOMO, joy of missing out, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, normally I'm like, I'll be a spectator and watch you guys, but no, I don't know why I got myself wrapped up in this one.
She saw it was shiny.
Right. And you know what's funny that you say that, Sarah, because she was also showing us her bookmarks that she made for the readathon, and all of them are foil, so they're all shiny and they're sparkling in our
I
faces.
have to say, I looked at the video and I'm like, I love the aesthetic she had. She looked awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, that was her
I don't know
character.
what
That's her character. She is dressed up
Right.
as her character. So,
But, like,
yeah.
I can't believe the creativity involved. in
Oh,
what
she
she
goes.
You're
did.
lucky if I put on makeup to do a YouTube video.
Only time there's makeup on for me is on Sundays, because it's usually I do like my intro to my vlog, and I have makeup on still from Sunday. But
And it's like by the end of the vlog, though, we're all like this. We're like,
I
hi,
know,
okay,
right?
we're ending the video. You know.
Wait till this week when I'm vlogging from the hospital at 6 a.m. and be like, I've been up since 3:30.
Oh gosh.
Please, my vlog that's supposed to start on Friday started this afternoon on the way home from work, and I'm like,
It is what it is.
yeah. As
Reality.
Yeah, exactly. Now we can appreciate our simple scavenger hunt prompts. These are complicated. Yes, they really are.
yes.
I finished
yay.
Killer Come Cow. Very nice, Anita.
Excellent, Anita. Good
And
job.
she's already starting Remarkable Rogue by Anna Harrington.
Nice.
No, my job is Archmage, so is mine. So we've got the same exact prompts.
Oh, so you guys are gonna have a lot to do.
Mhm. Same ones. Oh my God, I played WoW for like 15 years. My husband and I got way into it during lockdown.
I have cross-stitched pictures for my husband.
Have you?
That's
Right.
how into WoW he was.
Yeah, my husband played World of Warcraft on the computer, and then he played like at the comic book shop, the little like
Yes.
actual like army that he painted, and like, but I actually think that was called Warhammer.
I think it was
Oh,
different.
I don't know if that one was called WoW, but it was like this big like table game, like where it took the entire table and it was like whole world. Do you know what I'm talking about? And like they make these armies that have like all these different like size characters. I don't know, but anyways, he played WoW forever.
Yeah, Garrett played it when we
tried
first met.
WoW once.
You tried it, WoW? What? You
Yeah.
tried it, WoW? You tried it once.
And I was like, this is too much.
I just remember that, what was it? Was it The Big Bang Theory? And the guys were all playing it, and they said to Penny, they're like, if you want to play too, if you have a credit card, you can create your own character.
And like,
Yeah, I like played, and I'm
funny
like,
that she doesn't.
I don't think I want to pay so much to play this because like you're like
Garrett still played, like he stepped away from it. He didn't play it for like a good 6 or 8 months, and then he's been so bored because he can't find work, and he's like just sitting around all day, and there's nothing on television. So I let him renew his subscription because it's like $20 a month, and I just like he's right back into it. And he's like, I gotta re-level and I gotta do this, and I'm like, well, you know, like I have no idea.
Yeah. It's like him talking about what, Star Wars or something like that too, right?
Pretty much.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We've recently
Dungeons and Dragons, anything. My husband still does like they do like an annual D&D thing with the guys that he grew up with. And I'm like, he's trying to tell me, and I was like, just have fun.
right.
Don't drink and drive. Go for it. Like I have no idea even what you're saying here. Like it's like the Charlie Brown teacher, and it's not because I'm not interested. Well, I'm not in. Never mind.
But no,
I'm gonna back myself into a corner.
This isn't your channel. Kevin won't see this. Feel free to speak.
That's true. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, none of it makes sense to me. That was my whole point. But
it's the same thing as if I sat down and started telling Garrett about something that I was reading or whatever.
Exactly.
It's exact.
I was just gonna say that when I tell my dad about books or whatever, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
You're like, they're not in. They've checked out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just did notice the time. Do you guys want to do another, like, we'll do a 30 minute, and then I'll be better going forward.
Okay.
We won't be worried about my TBR for like next month.
You're fine.
All right. So now that I've learned to use the banner, thank you, Storm. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading, all.
How did everyone do? How'd you guys do?
Good. I'm at 97%. I have 7 minutes and 23 seconds left. And the reveal has happened, Storm.
What do you think? Was it kind of like
I usually suspect everybody or like most because then I'm,
yeah?
but I didn't even include it in my mind as like even a like could have been, I guess. Like
Yeah. Well, that's why I said I wasn't really even trying to like solve it, but I never went there. So I was like,
yeah, I had neither. I was like, what? What? Yeah, okay.
How about you, Storm? How'd you do?
pretty good. I think I'm about 34% into Duke and I, and it's pretty funny. I'll have to give it that. Like Violet, the mother's like cracking me up. Like she's
The interaction between the characters, like the banter.
yeah.
There's a scene at the end where they all rush into Daphne's house, all the brothers, and just the mother like coming in and giving them heck, like leave your sister. It's hilarious. That book is so good.
And like Anthony and Simon too. Like I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, the banter.
They're best. They're supposed to be best friends, but don't touch Daphne. I'm gonna kill him.
That's right. That's right.
Funny.
Usually the way it is.
I
Yeah.
edited my video that's going to go up tomorrow, so I'll export it once we get off of here. And I read another chapter in Colton's Dangerous Liaison by Reagan Black.
Excellent.
Productive.
I'm still working on my TBR, and I did discover because one of them is a one-word title, and originally I had put Rebecca, but you guys know I don't want to read a classic, so I was looking for something else. So when I started looking on Goodreads, they fall into two categories: either one, YAs like Cinder, or motorcycle romances. So I think I'm going to read a motorcycle romance.
Can you double? I know Storm asked earlier, but can you double prompts?
The way I'm thinking you can do it is if it was one off of your syllabus and one off of the quest. I'm thinking you can double that way.
Well, I was wondering if you could do that.
I think somebody said no, but I'm gonna see if you could do it that way.
I'm just saying because definitely probably. I mean, somebody in there is going to be morally gray.
Right.
I'm not saying that somebody's going to come at me and be like, "You didn't." I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing: if I like the first one, I'm gonna have to read the next one. So there you go.
I finished watching her like video so I could like see all the stuff. Those bookmarks are very pretty.
She looks like she put a lot of work into getting them done. They do look really nice.
Very, very pretty.
Crazy. Oh yeah, I'm just
So I'm working my way along here.
I'm like if I do a readathon, I barely. Yeah.
I'm putting more effort into this one than I do my own.
Right.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you're putting more effort into this than I put into my wedding.
I'm definitely putting more into this than
when we do readathons, we're like, look at this pretty little bingo board. There you go.
Yeah, right, exactly.
The red cover.
Exactly.
I'm like, just read one, you're fine. Like that's it.
And we have 9 prompts, but if you could find one book that fits all 9.
Right.
Exactly.
You know?
Out of mine, I think the hardest one would be to annotate a book.
I'm so glad I didn't get that one.
And I'm like, I don't like to do that. And I'm not even, I don't even know how to. So I would just be like, marking, oh, this looks good. Annotate. This looks good.
That's what you do, Storm. Read it on your Kindle and just like highlight.
That's what somebody said to do. They're like, just highlight on the Kindle. It's fine.
Then we don't rank up your books.
Yeah.
I don't do anything that I had to do in college now.
And I wasn't even good at doing that in college. So, and then it takes you forever to read the book because you got to highlight.
Yeah.
So I got to you get to pick a really thin one so it doesn't take you so long to get through it.
Yeah, some of them I'm just like, no. I was glad I didn't have that one.
Mm.
And how many books in total do you have to read for your actual job thingy or whatever?
For my job, I have to read 8. And then there's the 9 quests.
I have to read 6 if I do mine.
That's not it. Well, some people, like, they had theirs, and, like, theirs was read whatever book you want. Or read a short book.
One of mine is the color wheel. So it's like, do a color wheel, and then whatever the color comes up, read a book that has that color on it.
I have
so
that
I'm like,
one.
That one's nice. I like that one.
Well, that one's working out for me because I'm like, okay, that I got red. Red on the cover is Killer Jam. That's also going to be my 2-word.
Yeah, 2-word title for the scavenger. Yeah.
Smart.
And because it takes place in Texas, it also fits for the Golden Girls set in a warm climate. So
nice.
I've used that for 3.
I was looking at my arcs and I was like, if I can make them fit into it, and stuff. And I needed one with bone on the cover. And I have Under Lock and Skeleton Key that I need to read. And the Under Lock and Skeleton Key are all bones. So I was like, ooh, that works.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So Storm is doing the Magical Readathon in August, if nobody knew.
I think I can make like books that I need to read fit. So
there was no doubt in my mind. Even when she was questioning herself, I'm like,
she's doing it. She's doing it. Hannah said, I'm liking Forgiving. Definitely has morally great characters. Jessica, she got 90 points in the end of the spring. People did really good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Who has time, says the binge reader. Me and my husband played 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got lucky with one of my classes prompts. One was a childhood favorite and a graphic novel for another, which I was lucky. That's what I got too. So I plead the 5th. Baseball cap and glove, and you got Christy down. Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. That's another one.
Right.
There you go. Not anymore.
Sweet Valley High is just usually their face just put on a blonde wig, and
there you go.
Put a little circle around you.
You guys are being more creative than I even thought about. So I'm like, all right, this is going to work really well. Yeah, CW sucks now. Hey, Ashley. She asked if we were done. Hannah let her know we just finished one. Anna finished hers. Very nice. Nadine, there's 2 historic Archies, 1941 and 1955. My husband co-wrote both of those.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Wow.
That
is really cool, Nadine.
I wrote those down too as options. So
yeah, there was a whole series of Archie graphic novels done, like best of the 40s, best of the 50s. So
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only prompt that I can't fit probably in one of my e-arcs or something is because I need to read a necromancer book.
What?
Yeah.
What was it?
A book with a necromancer.
Necromancer. And if you're like into like this YA fantasy type of thing, this is no problem for you.
Yeah, and I'm not, so.
Yeah, me either.
So I'm looking through trying to find something.
Mel said, Sarah, I read in order. My mom still plays WoW. She met my stepdad on that game.
That's fun.
That's right, Tiffany. It's Warhammer.
I was thinking it was, yeah.
She met her husband on World of Warcraft.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool. I only know some D&D things because of Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's my experience.
That's it, right? I didn't really know anything about it, but like in my town, like the few kids played it like throughout the town, like throughout our town, they played it. And I only hung out with them sometimes because that meant like you got in a car and drove somewhere, and that meant I could get a ride home. So I would be like, sure, whatever you need me to do, like to the little task to get out of the car and do something if it meant I could get a ride home. So sure. I played along.
Wow.
So Lauren said, my husband and I went on our first date to the world of something LK midnight release way back when.
Wow.
That's awesome.
God, in high school, I can remember all the guys or a lot of people sitting around upstairs in front of the lockers playing Magic the Gathering with the cards. That's the one that I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. Okay.
One of the whatevers. I'm sure Garrett has told me the name of it.
Right. You know all the characters. He's told you about them a ton of times.
Probably. I remember one time we were talking about Star Wars or Star Trek, and one of the movies was coming out, and my husband's a Star Wars fan, and I was just joking. I've never seen a single one of either, mind you, except what I've seen with him. And I was like, well, I think I prefer Star Trek. And he's like, that's not even funny. He was dead serious too. He's like, that's not even funny. Don't be saying that. I'm like, oh my God.
And I was just thinking, you're like Star Wars, Star Trek, one of them. I'm like, oh no, Tiffany, there's a huge difference.
All right.
What you're doing.
For all of you Warcraft people out there, I stitched that for Garrett. I need to frame it.
That's cool.
I should have you do something for WoW for Kevin.
This is WoW. This is all WoW, and there's another one.
That's what I mean. I should have you do something and buy it from you for like Christmas or something. You would think that's hysterical.
There's a cross stitch designer called the Witchy Stitcher who did like a whole set of like WoW related.
That's
Sarah, you got yourself a side business going right there with
right. If only it took me less time than it does, I'd be good.
Right.
Wow.
So you'd be like, as long as you don't want it for a present until 3 or 4 years. Then.
You put in your order now for Christmas of 2024, and we're good.
Right. And everyone will still be playing then, so it's still good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Annie said, when I talk to my husband about the book I'm reading, he always says, are you talking about a real person? Yeah. As if somehow that diminishes what we're talking about.
I'm like, yes, honey, our neighbor is a killer. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Aren't you happy we moved to this neighborhood?
Laura needs to step away for a bit, but you got to 122 out of 126, and it's killing me to stop.
Oh my God. It must be important. I'm sure it is because 4 pages.
No, you know what? She's going to flip the page, and then it's going to be like a recipe for the lemonade in the book or something. You know what I mean? And
when she gets back, 3 hours later, it'll be like the end.
Yeah. It's like, no. Animated to 50%, reached 29, 8%, page 50,
wow.
32%. Christmas in July books. Read 15 pages, figured out my TBR for the most part of the color wheel. The book from someone else's TBR I will figure out when it gets closer. I have a lot of graphic novels and middle grade for cozies. Perfect. You've got yours already planned out. I did that in the spring. If it's on your syllabus and a quest, you can do it, and I did it. Oh, so wait, if it's on your syllabus and a quest, you can do it. Oh, okay, so you can double up then.
Okay, that's good.
That'll definitely help. Agree, Tiffany. Sounds more like homework and more work than fun. Hey, Snazzy. Nice to see you. What are you reading? Oh, no, I almost lost my spot. When Storm said she had FOMO, we all knew she was going to give in.
100%, Hannah.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone seen the Fisher-Price Little People Golden Girls set? I'll post
yes.
it time with cozies. No. You saw
them?
Yes.
I've been hunting it out.
No.
I don't have those. I have the Funko Pops.
Yeah.
So do I. I have 3 of the 4. I think I'm missing Blanche.
So very quickly, because I just have to say it now. So the university that I went to, we shared suites. So it was, you and your roommate, and you share the bathroom in between to two more people. And it was a big, very large university. So a lot of people were from out of state, different things. And there was a girl from St. Louis, which is funny because I ended up living right near St. Louis, but we weren't at the time. This was in Central Illinois. And she was like, hey, like first week, she's like, the next week would you guys like to come home with me? Just, blah, blah, blah. And we didn't know, nobody knew anybody, right? Like, we didn't know each other or anything. We're like, sure, it was going to be a good way. Like, the four of us she never said anything else. We're like, cool. We start driving to now what I know is the neighborhood where if you were in St. Louis, you lived there if you're like a baseball player, a football player, like that sort of thing. We pull up to this home. And when I tell you this home is like a mansion, I mean like the old time mansions, like there was a library and there was literally a ballroom in this home.
Wow.
Staircases. And I bring it up because it was her great grandfather or grandfather was the inventor of Fisher Price toys. So it made me think,
Wow.
great. Maybe it was great. It was something like that. But and her family was still, and I don't know how they were all connected now, but anyways, I don't know what her family did, like
currently.
Yeah. Or even then, like I don't know what parts they played or anything like that.
Those kind of toys make good money on eBay.
There you go.
It was the most insane thing ever. We're like a little heads up. I mean, something like this is like, hey, you want to come home for the weekend? And I mean, I don't know what you would really say, but it was just like,
hey, I've got a really large home, but do you want to come home for
right? I live in like a big mansion.
The type where I just can't even. You can't even. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't know. It was craziness.
But I feel like those are the type of people though that like when they like go to your house, however small it is, like they're amazed and excited by everything there, and you're just like, but like, do you live like with the Rockefellers, so what are you talking about, But like, yeah, they're just like so like for everything, like, oh wow, this is so cool, and it's just like,
and most of them are like, oh, this is so homey.
Yeah. Hannah's trying to justify that she doesn't binge 1,200-page books.
I read The Count of Monte Cristo in 1 month, and I said that was never again am I reading a big gigantic book like that in 1 month.
Wow.
And I did it because it was a points thing. It was in January for Book and Bob's when they had their first readathon, and it was a point based, and you got more points if you read a big book. So I was like, I can do this. Never again.
There you go. We're hitting storm questions here. I'm curious, how many books have you read this year? Your videos always have so many more books that I've read in a month.
I'm at 153.
Good for you.
That's nice.
I had to look. I seen that question earlier, so I'm like, I gotta go look.
Let me get prepared.
No.
And there for necromancy, you got Gideon the Ninth or the Bone Witch.
And I could actually do the Bone Witch if I can find audiobook because that one's kind of big. But it's actually an e-arc that I had from a long time ago. So it kind of counts. So it's like, because I was like, I think I have this. So I looked on NetGalley and was like, yep, there it is. In my shame pile that I've not gotten to.
I'm familiar with the pile.
Yeah, you guys have discussed your arc walk of shame there.
Yeah. Walk of shame to the arc.
Amy said for the Necromancer prompt storm, how have you read Anita Blake?
I have not.
Or Laura K. Hamilton, her main character's Necromancer, urban fantasy, paranormal romance.
I have heard of her, but I have not.
No, yeah, me either. LOL, Kevin was ready to serve Tiffany some divorce papers. He thought she was serious.
It's pretty good. I was like, dang, dude.
Megan loves those cross-stitch pieces. I also cross-stitch, and I've been meaning to start a WoW piece.
That is so awesome.
There you go.
This isn't your grandmother's cross-stitch.
You could do a City of Ghosts Storm. It's middle grade by V. Schwab, and it's not big at all. The audiobook is good too for the Necromancer prompt.
Oh,
cool. People are already going to prepare your TBR for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I think there's more people know necromancers than me because I'm like,
right. I knew Gideon the Ninth. That was the one I know. So.
That's the only one that I knew, but I'm not really wanting to read that one. So.
Right. Annie only read 3% and cleaned her kitchen. Storm is very prone to coming down with FOMO. She gets over one and then catches it again.
This is very true.
Snazzy, I'm currently making a pro and con list to a new job. I was recently offered a new job, but I don't know if I want to make that switch.
Ooh,
That is a big
nice.
decision to make, though. Yeah.
It's good to have options.
Mm-hmm. Bev's still here. I've been getting ready for the work week. So happy to have had the last 2 days to be sprinting on Discord. I missed interacting with everyone.
Oh, that's great.
We missed you.
Yeah, you've been gone for a while.
Yes.
Mel said, when my parents met when they both worked at Fisher-Price, main manufacturing office location prior to Mattel buyout, was about 5 minutes away. I had lots of Fisher-Price toys when I was a kid.
Yeah, and you're in New York, right?
Mhm.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the family did that lived in Ladue, but it was craziness.
Ashley, that's literally triple how many books I've read so far. I've read 51 so far this year, and that includes audio. Do you listen to audio too, Storm, or just visual?
Yes, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. This is why I've got so many books right now.
And 51 for the year is not bad. That's more
It's
than
unbelievable.
yeah, that's more than a book a week.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should have waited to interview Storm on her sprints. No, it's all good.
It's all good.
Amy, you should try the Anita Blake series. It does have some mystery elements in it, as Anita helps catch killers in each book.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Anita Blake, and I've also heard it goes kind of way out there into like the erotic kind of stuff after a while, and I'm not quite sure if that's where I want to go. I know, like some of my friends read like the first like so many, and they were okay, and then after a while, it kind of got to. She was a little out there, I think.
It has been nice sprinting with you and seeing you around the last couple of days, Bev. Yes, it has.
Come here, boo boo.
Yeah, Mel's in East Aurora, New York.
I have no idea where that's at.
That's where Fisher-Price is. There you
Got
go. So that's 5 minutes from Mel, as she said.
Hey, come here.
You are 2 hours away from me, Mel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Just crossing one major international border, but you're only 2 hours from me.
That's it.
I have to drive through more of Canada than the U.S. to get to you.
That's funny.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is it easy to go from the Canadian borders, like, you know, and everything?
To cross over? Is it easy to cross over?
Yeah.
Relatively
There's
easy.
not
yeah.
like a lot of like stuff you have to go through.
When I went to Vermont, my idea was to drive into Quebec and then cross the border in Montreal over, because it would have like literally put me right in Burlington, Vermont. And everybody told me not to do it because Montreal can be brutal because of the language barrier if you don't speak French, which I don't, blah, blah, blah. So I just cross over. I cross over in Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had a problem.
I was just wondering, the only border I've ever like crossed, I went to Mexico, and that was an experience, and it was very scary with these guys with these big guns, and they're like looking through your luggage and looking through your stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I just hope, please let me get back across. That's all I want, just let me get back across.
But you're getting Canadian and American Border Patrol agents, so they're super great people, you know what I mean? And like the one time I came back and we'd only been over the border for a few hours, and I did some shopping, and I was so paranoid. I'm like, oh my God, I've got too much, and I'm gonna have to, you know. So I had receipts for literally like everything, including the pack of gum that I bought, because that's how honest I am. And I'm showing this poor guy, but he goes, I don't care. He says, go and pay your duty. And he says, and go on your merry way.
It is. That can get nerve-wracking, though, because you're just like, I don't know, you know?
You know? Yeah. It's like, oh. But
Going
no,
through customs is pretty hard, too. I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about like the border. I figured it might be easy since, I mean, we're pretty relaxed kind of people. Going back, you know? So I thought it might be a lot easier than like going to Mexico and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. No, very much so. Very much so.
It was the way back in Mexico that I was really, really worried about, especially because we had some passengers with us that we didn't have going. They were coming back with us.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, please let us get across the border. I don't want to go to Mexican jail.
Mexican jail.
And Victor, because we went with some Hispanic people, so Victor, he's like, "What are you doing?" Because I was back there. I said, "I am praying us across the border." And he's like, whatever. But the thing is when we got up there and you had to hand them like your birth certificate, you had to do all that. They have to look at all that stuff and everything. And they counted heads and counted the things, and they, opened up and looked in the back, and they shut the door and they said, "Okay, you can go." And Victor was like, "They didn't even look at anything." I said, "See, I told you I was praying this across the border."
Sometimes you get the easy ones and it's just like, sure, go. And then other times they're like grilling you for everything.
Ugh.
Absolutely.
Like, either way. Mel said suburb of Buffalo, technically a few suburbs outside.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
close.
Toronto's pretty close. Yeah, I used to work for Mel Mack will probably know. I used to work for a company that was in Tonawanda, New York. So I would travel over the border at least 2 or 3 times a year to go to work stuff there.
What a name. I like the name.
Tonawanda.
The Native American names.
I like it.
Part of the community, I'm starting to get used to my schedule of 2 jobs and school. That's a lot you have going on.
That is a lot to take on.
She's in
Oh, Connecticut, you're close too.
Yes, Anita Blake in later books does get a little sexual graphic content in them. Montreal knows English too. I thought they have to. The majority.
Yes.
Of English.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Canadian, it's the 2 official languages. But what I meant is that sometimes it can be difficult.
And there are parts of Montreal where they don't speak English at all.
And I hate to be mean because I don't want to generalize anyone from Quebec, but they can be very down-putting to Englishers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're a Canadian government official, you need to know both official languages.
Yeah.
That's why I don't work for the government.
Right. We'll skip that one.
But there can be quite like that in a lot of foreign countries, though. You go there, they want you to at least try their language. If you try their language, most of the time they're pretty friendly. But
yeah,
and then they laugh at you as you try to pronounce the words.
Well, that's the funny part that I find is that like try to pronounce one of their words and like, oh, ha ha ha, you said it wrong. It's like the whole time you've been speaking broken English to me, you've been saying it wrong, and I'm being helpful here. So,
right.
I deal with that every day. So
when I went to Germany, I had the one lady help me ask the guy if they had any diabetic or sugar-free, chocolates, because I wanted to get something for my dad. And I struggled trying to get all the words out, and he's just smiling, listening or whatever it is. And I finally get it all out, and he goes, "Yeah, the diabetic chocolate's over there."
But you know what though? I think
in English, so it's like, really?
Yeah. But he tried to let you try.
Yeah. But it was because he was just like all smile, but the diabetic chocolates is over there.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Momac, do you live in a country area? I just wonder because normally, sometimes when you live in like a little bit outside the city limits, you'll have like, here's your police and here's your this. And I'm like, who do I call for 911? Just call 911, ma'am. Oh.
We have a lot of those places around here too. It's like, you live here, the phone number is for this town, the address is for that town.
Yeah.
Where do I go to school? Do I go in this district or that one?
What's the matter?
My dad's family is from, you can literally walk to Canada.
When I was in Germany, I wanted to practice my German, and it was really irritating because we're trying to practice our German, and every time you'd ask somebody a question, they'd say it in English because they want to practice their English.
Yeah. And there's parts of Quebec, like if you go to northern Quebec, where a lot of them have never even spoken English.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandmother, my mom's mom is from northern Quebec. And when she moved to Ontario, she didn't know any of the language at all and no English. So, and that's Canadian. It's interesting,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a totally different French than you would ever speak in France.
Oh yeah, they'll make fun of you in France for speaking.
Yeah, like when I took French in school begrudgingly, they're like, don't ever go to France and speak this because they will have no idea what you're saying.
Oh, wow.
They
There are
actually,
those parts
it's
in a
very
lot of different countries.
bastardized French.
Yeah.
Because even in Germany, when we went to a different part of Germany where one of the ladies we were with, her grandparents lived there. And so we went and took a train to go visit her grandparents. And they lived in, it's called Fusen or whatever. And their dialect is very different from a lot of the other dialects. And he was so cute because he would say it in German. Say it. And he would point at a cup and he would say it. And he was teaching us our German. That's funny. He was cute.
Do you guys want to do one more half-hour sprint, Tiffany? I don't know if you're up for that or not.
We've probably gone to
The pumpkin is going to.
But I will see you guys all on Wednesday. I'll send everybody the link before. And I am going to do 7 just so that everybody's on the same time because like everybody else was 7 and I was 6:30. I'm like, so I'll just do 7 as well because that'll just be so much easier.
Yeah.
Just so nobody's confused. So 7 Eastern. All right, Lee, thanks so much. Storm, Sarah, it was good seeing you. Everybody in the chat, it was so good to see you. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. All right.
All right. So you guys want to do 30 minutes and then we'll get back to talking?
Sounds good.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
And how did we do?
Not too bad. I decided to read on A Plume of Dust because it's short and it hits the like couple prompts. So if I can't get any of the other books, I'll just like get this one done. And
There
it's
you
for Jaws Readathon too. So.
Nice. I got to 72%, 72% in Lending a Paw. I felt like doing a little audio.
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
It's cute. It's cute.
I have 12 minutes left in my Cedar Cove series.
Nice.
And
Are you on Grace's story or a continuation of Grace's story, kind of?
in this one, honestly, a bunch of people just got proposed to and are gonna get married. So Grace is in this one, yes.
I was gonna say, did you want to smack her upside the head sometimes? Because
I've wanted to since the beginning. I feel like she's made like stupid assumptions and decisions this whole time. She's my least favorite character.
See, I like her and Cliff. Is that it? I think.
Okay, so she just met him in this
She
one.
makes stupid decisions. Oh, if you think she makes bad ones now, just wait.
I've like been annoyed with her the whole time. Like, it's just yeah. No, but it's cute. Like a couple couples are coming together and stuff like that. So everything's going good as it should in Cedar Cove, you know. And I've been looking up some like of the single title motorcycle books. Here's the thing, like, not that I'm trying. Well, first, what I'm doing is actually looking to see if anybody I know has read them. But it seems like every time I go, like the first review is 1 star. I hate this book because Becky hid her pregnancy. Blah blah blah. I'm like, why are you like spoiling it in the first sentence? Like, what happened?
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I won't be reading this one now because I know what happens. Let me pick another one. So.
I don't know why people have to do that.
I might have a recommendation for you. Give me a second. I'm going to look while you're talking amongst yourselves.
And I'm really trying to make these like shorter ones because I would like to get them done. And whatever I do, I'd like to continue with what I'd like it to at least count towards something else in my goals. You know what I mean? So like the Babysitter's Club ones, I'm not caring about that much because, you know, you could bang those out in an hour. So I'm like, I'll get 3 of those done. And there we go. Cross that off the list.
Yeah.
The ones I'm really going to struggle with, like I said, was the AI because that's not like my jam at all.
I haven't looked at any of like the quest things or anything. So
are you like really like hard for a motorcycle?
No, I just saw that that's what most of the single word ones were.
Okay, so I got a book for you that I read last year. I gave it 5 stars, and I am not an erotic romance reader.
Okay.
Hook Up by Anne Marsh. Hook Up is 1 word. It's a Harlequin Dare novel, so it comes in right around 200 pages.
Nice.
She's a ballet dancer, and he runs a website that posts like these, you know, very scandalous whatever, and her ex-boyfriend posts video of them.
Okay.
So she shows up and she's like, dude, you got to take this down. He's like, no, people are loving this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was so good.
I'm putting that one down because I really did not want to read Rebecca, which I know is so bad. Everybody says it's good.
Rebecca's phenomenal, but if you're not a classics reader, I completely understand.
I haven't even read that one yet. So.
And you love Jane Eyre.
Yeah.
Oh, and I haven't read that one yet.
Yeah. So that's it. So then the other 2 things I really kind of need right now is book on someone's worst list that you might like.
Verity by Colleen Hoover.
And I've already read that one and I liked it.
See, there you go.
Yeah. And then find someone else's TBR and pick a book from theirs. So I feel like that's an easy one.
Those are hard.
So That's a hard one. Yeah, I think those two are a little bit difficult. And then for the quest, Storm, everybody has the same quest.
Yeah, I just haven't looked at them. So.
Yeah. Well, you will be doing an outfit inspired by a book for social media as well, because that's one of the quest ones.
At least that's not a book. You don't have to read.
True. 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 I'm trying to go back to where we were.
I was trying to think of something that I didn't like that you might like.
But the ones that I know that you don't like, I've already read and liked. So I'm like, all right, that doesn't work. Jessica said, where my dad's family is from, you can literally walk to Canada, Plattsburgh, New York.
Oh, okay, yes.
To torture you, it looks like, because she's put every value break because she hated that book.
Who said that one down? Oh,
it's Peter Swanson.
Did I read that one?
I remember she did not like that book. Yeah. My friend gave it 4 stars. So,
I did not read that one. 308 pages. That's not too bad.
You might be able to get an audio.
Yeah, you know I'm going to try to do as many on audio as possible.
Yeah, like my go-to is always like, is it on Hoopla on audio?
That's what I look for first. That's
like
what
step 1, is it on audio? Step 2.
Right.
Where can I get
Yeah,
it
I'm
from?
like, I always look on Hoopla first, and then I go to the library ones to see, well, maybe it's on there.
That's what I do first, and then I'm always like, I know it's going to be on Audible.
I always go to Audible first just to see if it's actually on audio, and then from there I jump around to all my different.
That's smart.
And then I get annoyed and end up going back to Audible.
Right. It's like, keep it open because that's where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Or now I'm gonna like, okay, how much is it on Amazon to buy the book, and then I'll just have who read it to me.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
right there,
that's an option.
Hoopla on audiobook.
Every Value Break.
Yep.
And I think I've read 2 other books by him. So.
I haven't read anything from him, and I know a lot of people are like hit or miss with him. It's like they love one, they hate one, they love one, they hate one.
Yeah, I did 8 Perfect Murders. And I did not read 9 Lives. I have that listed, though, but I didn't get to that one yet.
I think my friend read 9 Lives.
Oh, this looks good. There was one that I read actually when I was in the hospital by Willow Rose. It was a thriller. All the Good Girls, I think it was called. God, that was a bad book. I think it came in at like 3 hours long on audio. Like, it's short. Let me look it up. Willow Rose.
By Willow Rose. Yeah, I see it right here. And then see, how does it get like an average star rating of 4.01?
Yeah.
She's like got a lot of books. She does a lot.
Yeah, you gave it 2 stars.
I've never read her, but I have a lot of her free.
But again, like her stuff's on KU, and it's like, there's no like 200 pages.
Yeah.
If anything, you waste 2 hours listening to it.
Right. Also, I'm down for that. And I have like all these like windows open on here. I'm
laughing at all these comments.
I went to Jamaica for my wedding and I had 3 large bottles of alcohol. I told them I had them and that I was sorry, and the officer let me go free of charge as a wedding gift for me.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Well, when we went from Mexico back into the U.S., he had a whole bunch of alcohol because he was bringing it, and stuff. And Victor goes, if they ask, this case is yours, and to my friend, this case is yours.
Divide it all up. Everybody brought one thing.
Yep.
Anita said, when I was traveling in Europe and I was crossing into Spain, and they stopped us and threw our luggage down on the street and opened it and went through it.
Wow.
Jeez. Tonawanda is in North Towns. I'm in the South Towns, around 40 minutes.
Okay. Tonawanda.
In the Philippines, it's always kind of scary because you're like walking around there, and they've got guards at McDonald's. So you got a guy open the door for you, and he's got this big gun strapped on him.
Like, don't even think about doing anything.
And you go into like their malls, and you have to hold your purse open so they can look at it before you go.
My best friend, this was years ago. Like she didn't have her daughters yet, and her daughter's 12. Her and her husband went to Cuba, I think it was, and they were at a resort. And they were walking down the beach, like as you do. And they get to this point, and there's these two guys with machetes standing there on the beach going, "You don't go any further." And they turned around and had to go back. Yeah, it's like you would have gone off resort at that point.
Right.
Amber's like, "So when does the plane leave?"
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back that way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, it's the rusty machete with dried blood on it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
turn around. It's fine.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, nothing else to see. Ashley said I didn't know that about the French part of Canada.
Yeah.
I thought Canadians were nice. They are nice.
Are. Most of the time.
Nancy went to bed, said goodnight. Thanks for the sprints. I saw she
Night,
went to bed before. Not country or rural, but the outskirts of town, about 3 minutes away from the villages and the towns in between. Buffalo is about 20 to 30 minutes away. Niagara Falls is about 45 minutes away.
Awesome.
Everybody's saying bye to Tiffany.
For our epic road trip, Melmac, I can still pick you up en route.
I'm switching to my last retro romance book, Twice Loved by Wanda Brunsetter.
Nice.
I really do think that we should plan a meetup.
That'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
Big central area.
Yeah. Central. Sarah, I asked a French Canadian woman to interpret a document from France that my great grandfather brought with him when he immigrated. She tried, but she could only make out a few phrases. I believe that.
Mm-hmm. We.
Right. Got 4 pages left. Gonna finish. Go for it, Sherry. I wouldn't stop for 4 pages. Got to page 70. This book is quick. I'm already at 40%. I finished 50 pages. I wanted to get done. Bake It by Jamie Wesley, and I am enjoying this romance. Very nice. That's quick. Yes, that's great. Goodreads is only 144 pages. It's nice. Nice and quick. Book. Hannah loved Rebecca. I have not heard anyone say they don't like it.
Do you know what? To be honest, and I'm not trying to push you, and I'm not saying do it for this readathon, but eventually put on your radar because it's a gothic romance. It's not a Jane Austen classic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't read like a classic.
Yeah, like I follow this girl, Desi, Darling Desi, I think, and she's very like, her videos are always about like how to be like the
she's got like the Marilyn Monroe do going on, or
she changes her hair. She changed it. Yes.
Yeah.
And
I've seen hers. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like how to live your best, like be the star of your own like Victorian romance, and like what to wear and what to watch and what to read, and that always seems like so like I see how she's romanticizing it, but then I'm just like, I don't want to get into it. So maybe gothic would be a little bit better for me.
Like the entire book, the person who's narrating it, you don't even ever learn their name.
Really?
Yes. And it's about this woman marrying an older man, and something happened with his first wife, and it's this whole thing. Big creepy house.
It looks good. I'm just like,
so good.
Into it. I don't know why.
Give it a try. Try it on audio if you haven't tried it on audio.
I already looked it up. Yeah, I saw it was on Hoopla.
That's going to be the way I do it, probably.
Yeah.
I tried reading it once, and I was like, so I'm like, audiobook.
Try it on audio.
But that's how I do most of my classics, is on audio.
That's all I have to do.
I wouldn't have gotten through Persuasion. Or my friend Anne and Frank. Or Fred, or whatever the hell his name was.
That's funny. Goosebumps, Lee. Yeah, I like Goosebumps. Could do some Goosebumps in there. Oh my God, there's a Peter Swanson book I hated. Every Value Break.
Yeah.
That was the one you hated. Okay. Finished Hope was here by Joan Bauer. 4.5 stars, such a heartwarming book. Very nice. Yeah, I'll say I think I gave 3 stars to the one I read, but I was like willing to give him another chance, so we'll see. I didn't like the last thing he told me. Forget the author. Let's take a look there. I always make fun of one of my bosses because he'll have like 35 windows open. And I'm like, how can you find anything?
I always have like all these windows, and I keep trying to tell my dad. He'll get on his email, and then he needs to go check his bank or something. So he'll get off his bank or off his email to go check. Dad, that's what that little button is. You can tab. You can make another tab. And he goes, oh, and so but then the next time I go down there, here he is doing the same thing. He's exiting. Like, tab. He just never remembers.
That's why I laugh at my boss because he'll always do it when we're in a meeting and he'll be like, no, I just want to show you one thing. And then he spends like 3 minutes going through all of the tabs to find the thing. And it's like,
it's here somewhere. Click, click, click,
yeah,
click.
that's exactly it. Amy's going to get off now. I have a movie I want to watch tonight. Thank you for the sprints. Good night. Have a good night, Amy. See you soon. And the book was Miss Jennard. It was not, Miss Genre. It was not a thriller.
I read Miss Gendered. I'm like,
I know. I did.
I was like, Miss Gendered. I'm like, what was that?
clearly my eyes are tired at this point.
Yeah. Oh, and before I disappeared, sucked too.
Loving these comments.
Yeah, Hannah's like taking prisoners over here. Hold on. Hold up too. Some of these I've seen the book cover before, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And I'm adding a lot of things down to my wish list all of a sudden.
What do you thought? I guess just fiction. I thought it was boring. That's the genre, boring.
Right, it's the boring genre.
I love how you guys got sidetracked about my comment about alcohol in Jamaica got left there for so long. Like, we get to them. I would call it fiction too. Hey, Elizabeth. What challenge are you working on? I am working on G from Book Roast's Magical Readathon for her autumn equinox, which is for her August. So she
gotta finish our schooling.
Yeah, gonna graduate. So we're just talking about all the prompts for that. I feel like the machetes were a bit much. In Cuba,
they were.
though, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I'm down for a meetup. Let's do it.
Next year.
Yeah, let's do it. I finished my write-up of A Crime and Poison, and now I'm ready to start my next book. Excellent.
Nice.
See how productive you are when Tiffany's not around? Rebecca takes place in the 1930s, I believe, so it's not a Victorian era book, and it's not that long. What appeals to me is it's not that long.
Yeah.
It's really not. It reads very quickly.
I might get on there. Jump on it. Josie got back from shopping, was so busy, and picked up Panda Express. Too hot to cook.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I did not like Class Reunions or Murder by Libby Klein, and can also give you a 50-page KU book I didn't like. Used it for the letter for ABC. What letter did you use it for? Because I still need to get some letters done, so I'm going to be able to cross 2 things off. I mean, I'm just saying, it's the truth. Mel's getting stuff done, and Tiffany never sees it. Tiffany's a bad influence on me. Yeah, I can see that. Itchy, sweaty, hot. I think it was E. I think I might. Nope, I dropped that. I did E, but that's okay. 50 pages is 50 pages. Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you guys ready to wrap up?
Sure.
I'm trying to be good and go to bed early so I can get up and do my walk before it's blazing hot.
Same.
So I told Dad, I'm like, we're just gonna have to go into Walmart and just walk around.
There you
I don't want to do it outside.
Yeah.
Well, I joined I joined up at the gym just because it's getting too hot to be outside now, and they were doing this like really special deal or whatever. So I was there this morning, and I'm on the treadmill, and I'm a people watcher, and I'm watching this very decent looking gentleman going back and forth like to go and like pump some iron. And he'd like go and he'd like do 2 rounds, but he'd be looking like, who's looking at me? I'm like, sir, is that really helping?
Right.
Like,
I always like watching the guys watching them, looking at themselves in the big old mirror things they have, pumping.
right? Yeah. Look how good yeah.
And it's like, you're the only one looking, sir. No one cares.
Right?
We're trying to make sure our rolls aren't sticking out right now. No one's concerned about you.
Right? Yeah, no, believe me.
That's it. No.
Gonna watch Jaws, yay.
Yes.
Yay.
And good night. Thank you for the sprints. Thank you, Cozy. Time to wrap it up. Yes. I moved Jim to tomorrow. It's always another day. Yeah, I want to try to get up early.
That's right.
The guys looking in the mirror. You know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be late night sprints over on Killing Time with Cozy's Discord now. Where they creep on the girls. Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. What time is it there? It's almost 8:30 p.m. here. It is 10:21 here.
Yeah.
9:21 here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much in the chat. Wednesday, Tiffany's channel, right?
Yes.
Posting at 7 o'clock
7
now. It's going to be on her channel, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
So I will see you guys on Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.